we were asked to do an overview of what cities are doing in terms of smart city governance, so how they are managing the digital transformations that they have within the urban setting. And we did this overview. We did a massive study, actually. It was quite big because we were able to talk with around 300 municipalities all over the world and to gather data and understand how they were managing these quite challenging transformations. And given the success of the first study, we were asked to do a second one. The focus in this case was more on let's try to understand what kind of recommendation we can give to public sector organizations so that they can be more efficient when we talk about smart city governance. And the playbook is basically now out. We have received quite good feedback also from many municipalities that are exploring the recommendations that we're offering.
The last report was a global overview of what's going on basically at the moment in the smart city context, so how cities are engaging with digital technologies in different areas and in different domains. The concept of smart cities was developed 10-15 years ago. The idea was to integrate digital technologies in urban context, so installing sensor networks and developing digital services for public sector and citizen services and so on. Nowadays it's less about the installation of technology, but really transforming cities, so making sure that these technologies create value for people, create value for communities.
Many municipal governments or local governments, they don't have the necessary support to develop the governance that they need for smart city projects. So obviously the UN, they recognized that there was this gap. So we decided to develop a playbook, which is like a strategic document that is providing recommendations on how to deal with these governance issues that municipalities can implement. So the idea was really giving them a list of recommendations that can be actionable and they can use as a way to, let's say, self-assess their practice and try to get some improvement.
What makes the project special is that we really told to people, we really went to talk to the people that are on the field every day trying to make sense of digital technologies in urban contexts. And that's something we are proud of, and that's why we think the project is making a huge impact.
The collaborative approach is fundamental. That's why we talk about governance and not government. It's about these bottom-up efforts that are coming from the community, which can be companies or universities or even individuals. If I think about innovation, I think about improvement. So when we see the idea of innovation, for example, in cities, is about dealing with a very old system and try to introduce these improvements that can make the city work a bit better for its users, for citizens, for organizations.
Value is what innovation is about. So yes, we're doing something new, something creating, something original, but this novelty needs to create value. Where is the value from innovation? Because if there is no value, it's just something new, not really innovation.